Hello guys, it is that pin again. I'm here again with another video, and today we're going to be going through talent trees, as that's a video I haven't really updated in quite a while, and it is something that had been requested of me. And I am you guys already know it, but I am pretty lazy, so it was hard for me to get around to do it because doing this video, it's just a little bit on the more the boring side for me, right? But I will make a note not to do, like, for example, if I do Roro and show off his talent tree, I won't show off Tom since their talent builds are the exact same for me. I am a simple person, so that's generally how I do stuff. We're gonna look at Cynthia to start off though, and we're gonna go down the list. Cynthia, her build is really only meant for like speed, right? I only have her build for speed because I rather not lead with her. I have led with her on some accounts, but the only exception to that is if I do not have like a hero like Bella, Elena, Catherine, or even like this guy, right? Like if they're not kind of leveled up and stuff and capable of leading, I just won't do that. As well as just the fact their skill builds are more optimal. Like if I can run like Bella and Elena, I will. You know what I mean? Over like Bella and Cynthia, or like Catherine and Cynthia. So overall, they're just much more fit for battling. But in the matter of speed, she's like generally probably the fastest, and her speed build is pretty optimal. So being able to run after, like, let's say farm killers, or even being the farm killer, is more optimal with someone like Cynthia. So this is my speed build for her right here. And now we're gonna go into Jaden. So Jaden, I have a just normal build for him. I don't really like Jaden that much, so I don't really play around with him that much. I don't care for him that much, just because like he's not very optimal late game, right? Like he's kind of a mid tier hero, if not like kind of low tier hero on the like PvP scale. But if you do want to build for him, you can have that. Martin, I only have a zombie build for him because I mean I'm not I don't use him to lead anybody. I never would. And for anybody who doesn't know, you just don't want to. You don't need a talent tree build for a support hero. Like, I think some people might not know that still who are watching this. You do not need a talent tree for a support hero. If they're an assistant hero to your main hero, you don't need a tree for them because the talent tree does not actually apply for the hero. Next is Hank. This is where it gets a little bit more in depth. So I have a siege build for him, and I'll kind of show you guys here. This is my siege build, be it like maybe swarming a base or even rallying a base for the most case. I have a field build. I wouldn't use him in the field, like I just wouldn't. But if you do want to use him in the field, here's a good field build. You could sacrifice the points here to maybe go towards the reduction on like counter damage, but you guys get the point. I will kind of explain my reasoning for not liking the full siege tree, by the way, because I think some people really like going through the full siege tree. And I will say, like, this talent in itself is very appealing, but what you have to do to get to it is very unappealing. So, for example, if I want to get to this clinical treatment thing, I will have to invest tons of talent points and all these other talent. Right here, for example, increase squad load by 2.5. This obviously will go up the more levels. Increases my rally, like my travel speed on my rally. Increasing my damage to lookout towers. Like, why would I waste a bunch of talent points on these type of talents when I am kind of missing out on all these other talents? Like, for example, if I want to go to the end here, I'm gonna have to give up on gaining extra rage, maybe reducing the skill damage I'm taking, gaining extra rage. Overall, just stuff that improves my overall damage output. And the reduction or it's not even reducing how many like units are being like fatalized. I don't know what the wording would be, but it's changing like a percentage of the dead troops to injuries. So if I'm getting, let's say, 1,000,000 troops, I might have 100 cases into my hospital, and that in itself is a good thing. But when you kind of consider that, let's say I might be taking an extra 100k casualties due to the fact that I'm using this talent tree instead of using a more optimal one that's kind of putting up more damage, reducing my overall losses in general because they are just kind of more PvP built. That in general, like, you're kind of doing yourself more harm than good by trying to go for that kind of stuff. So I don't really like going deep into the tree like that. It just isn't my kind of thing, and I've never really liked the siege build. For Lee, this is my build for him. I don't really have anything special, I don't think. For Hank, sorry, Peter, it's the same exact thing, I think, like, more or less. But I guess he is an attack hero, so I'll kind of go look at his talent tree here for anybody who wants to see it. This is my field tree for him, siege tree. I don't know. Actually, never mind. Do not look at the siege tree. Just look at my field tree. Okay, this is probably the same I'd actually use in my siege tree. I've never really liked the rally capacity stuff on siege heroes, by the way. So I actually don't recommend going for these heroes. I think a lot of people think that there are some god tier heroes just because of their rally capacity. A bigger rally capacity doesn't mean a better hero, right? I can run a rally with Tom that only has 1 million troops, but I can run a rally with Hank, right? That has maybe 1.2 million troops. That's not optimal. You know, it's kind of like saying, would I rather Tom or would I rather Stan? You know what I mean? Having more troops in the field than Tom. Like obviously I'm gonna go for Tom, but you guys get my point, right? Sorry I didn't actually have a proper siege build here. I probably would have maybe gone up on this part of the tree more and like sacrificed right here, like victory pursuit. I'd probably sacrifice this a little bit here, maybe sacrifice a little bit here, and go maybe even max out this tree, right? I still would have liked to have the counter damage taken thing because I feel like rallies are very swarmable, right? Like I feel like they get swarmed a lot, or they even get counter rallied, and that really helps with being able to output more damage on the other rally. So now we're going to be looking at my Regro. My Regro is going to be a field build as well as a garrison build, and this is going to be the same for my Tom. So this is my field build for Regro, and you know, you can kind of get in, you can screenshot this, you can do whatever you want with it. And this is my garrison build right here. I kind of do this garrison thing on all my heroes. This is just something that I found to be more optimal and more preferred for me. By the way, if you're wondering why I don't go like here for something, right? Like I just don't like the 30% squad size thing. It just doesn't like tick me the right way. Alright, so it's the same exact thing for Tom, so I'm going to skip him. We're going to look at Maya, and this is my field build for Maya. I think I'd probably use the exact same thing as a rally, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I'd really have a reason to tweak it. And also, you know, I think I like kind of encouraged a skill a bit before, or talent a bit, or I didn't even encourage it heavily. I just was like, you know, in favor of it. I've kind of been like easing away from it just because of the 10% chance to aggro it. And there are more like more optimal stuff like this, for example, right? Like I can just get like actual stats, even if like it's not like a skill bonus, it's not like a rage bonus. I can just get troop stats and maybe increase my overall damage on the rally, you know what I mean? Instead of having a chance to aggro like an extra rage or something like that, which isn't reliable. I will show my Lewis since he has a garrison instead of whatever the thing was over here, but this is my field build as well. I do have a garrison tree for Lewis as well here. W garrison. We got my garrison tree right here. And yeah. I do have a talent tree for this guy. I don't lead with him, but I actually think this talent tree is pretty nice. Like I found this talent tree to be overall really solid, and this is just something that I've kind of stuck with, and I honestly like it a lot. I'd probably use it the same if I was to like siege or something. Use him as like a rally hero. All right, now we got Bella. I mean, this is pretty simple. I don't really think I have any explaining here to do. If you want to end up pausing on that. By the way, I think this is the same exact thing as my other heroes, right? Yeah, it's the same exact thing as my Regro. So you can just reflect on my Regro if you wanna build for Peterson there too. For Dut, I'm gonna show her because she has like a skill in general build instead. But this is my field build right here. I think I should use the same as on rallies. I don't. The thing is, I know, I was saying, I shy away from Predator's Rage before, and the only reason I went for it is because I didn't really see anything else that I liked. One thing I do shy away from a lot is like squad travel speed, because when I'm using my PvP heroes, I'm not really looking for fast travel speed, and you know, in some cases, it's worth it. But a lot of the times, I'm just going into field battles with these guys. I'm just doing field work, and I'm not really trying to chase people down at like top-notch speed. So I feel like it's kind of a waste of stats to go for that. I didn't really like this one because it's like when leading only infantry squads, only has a 10% chance to reduce damage taken, and you know, the 10% aggro thing, I kind of rather my 10% be like a rage boost. You know what I mean? It's kind of just my preferable type thing right here. But yeah, that's really it. I thought Chun. This should be the same as my. Yeah, that's the same as my Maya. I haven't really changed their talent tree. That's the only reason it might look different. Elena. Is this is the same as my Bella? I think. Yeah, you can just reflect on my Bella if you want. My Eddie, he does have a little bit of a different build, I think, than my other infantry heroes. You can kind of reflect on it here. Yeah, that's really my only build for Eddie. So I don't really have like a lot of commentary this time, by the way. Like I'm just kind of trying to show off the builds for you guys. You can look at Maya again if you want to build, or actually is Maya general? Yeah. You can look at Maya if you want to build for Julia as well. I kind of use the same thing across all my heroes, like I said. For Victor, I actually found Victor to be a lot more worth it than I expected. This dude's performance is really well. Like I found him to be honestly really good on the field as well. Like I've even replaced my Lee on it. I don't think I've replaced him yet on this account, but I have replaced Lee in general. Instead of squad travel speed, I would actually recommend going for hang tough if you think you're going to be getting down to that 30%. I kind of found it to be better off though with like the squad travel speed because I didn't have anything else I'd rather invest these 3 points in. Like I'm not going to increase my rally capacity. I don't think I'm rallying with Victor, especially not as like a leader. I don't really see myself doing that. I have other kind of more focused type heroes that I already have for that. But yeah, that's kind of my build. I have a Garrison build right here. He is a pretty good Garrison hero if you do want to run that. Yeah. Okay, a carry. I don't really have anything insane for him. I mean, if you want to copy this build, you can copy it down. I don't care for carry that much. I mean, if you are gonna run him, like right, like if you're gonna rally with him or something, I imagine you're not leading with carry, so I don't think this build's very necessary. But I thought I'd still show it just for the sake of showing it, just so you guys had it. You know what I mean? Maxine, I don't think I really got to show her. It's just a gather tree. Nothing really else down here. I have Kath. I don't really have her up that well. I didn't really build her that well either because I don't use her. I probably wouldn't actually go for these two, by the way. Like I just have them to have them. I think I'm kind of messed with her tree for no reason. I think you could probably kind of mimic my Bella if you want a talent tree for her. Obviously, she has the general thing right here, but I think you could just make minor tweaks to make her any better. Master Jin. I actually think I have a build for him on another account, and I'm kind of tempted to just share it to myself. But you know what? I'm just gonna show you guys what I'd probably go for. So if I had like more talent points, I'd probably go for this counter damage thing again. I'd probably go for this steadfast defense. I'd get the all-out counter, and I'd probably just grab these two little like stat points. And if I have any left over, maybe just go for planned retreat. Besides that, nothing really else. I don't have my Robert up. You honestly could build him just like a die. I think they're the same. Yeah, they literally have the same build. I'd probably use for both. John, I don't honestly recommend working on John, but if you do work on John, I guess you can kind of build him like my Bella, right? I think, except he has a support tree. I mean, you could probably actually build him like my... Yeah, it kind of makes a Bella and him. I mean, I don't think you really have to stray much from this build right here, but honestly, I wouldn't even recommend working on John in the first place. Jacob, I haven't really gotten him up, but I'd probably go all the way up to high precision blast, put in a few points on armor breaking bullet. I'd probably just get the squad attack here. I'd maybe go either up to all squad attack and go down to all squad defense. And if I have any extra points, I'd probably go up to like all squad attack, or I'd just grab like balanced strategy or something along those lines. For Bianca, I haven't really looked much at Bianca, honestly. I'd probably get segmented defense, steadfast defense. I'd probably grab some of the stats down here, ignore the squad speed, grab those. Go up here, grab the surging rage. I'd probably just do the same like I said earlier. So all squad attack, all squad defense, and probably end it off right there. And that's really it. That's really it to the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I mean, there wasn't really a lot for me to talk about, okay? I did give my talent builds, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I kind of helped in the way that I wanted to. So yeah, you guys have a good day or night though, and I will see you guys in the next video. So yeah, peace out.